This is the secret door. You have to help me understand, how does this work? Oh my, this is the biggest hinge I've ever seen in my life. This playroom's gonna be so cute. What kid does not want a secret door? Anytime I come off a big renovation, I find myself craving smaller projects. Come on in. You know, the idea of Mini Reni is this is where I can feel a bit more freedom to try new ideas and end with these fresh, finished spaces that didn't require months of work. A moody mudroom, we can do that. You can make a big impact when you're open to getting a little creative and thinking outside the box. It's like big impact, small space. The hope is that we can inspire you to tackle your own Mini Reni. I love your house.
Come on in.
Yay! This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh, so fun.
So this Mini Reni is for Laura, who's on our design team, but this is also Laura's house. This is her playroom for her kiddos. So she sees this space multiple times a day. She's like feeling stuck sometimes. So she just needed some help to get it to the finish line.
There behind that built-in is the room.
Okay.
It has been an idea to take that bookcase out and make it a secret entrance.
I love it. So then the idea is you push into the playroom.
Or come out.
Got it. And right now you enter through here. So
right now there's a pretty small, just 2-foot door opening.
does this stay here?
I think I'd like it walled off.
Look at this wood door.
Because it's already so tiny.
Okay, this is so cute.
And it would give more wall space.
Okay, so this will be the opening.
Yes.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
This room was like a guest room / storage for all their other stuff, but it is a small space. So how do we make it not feel so small, but give each wall its own unique purpose and function, but also this playful, whimsical, creative thing happening for the kids? Tell me about the vision of this space.
I think it was playful, interactive, and then woodsy. Just we, as a family, we love hiking. So somehow for it to feel like there's some nature inspired element.
I love this detail. So it's like we could paint this a really fun color. That's gonna be a door, and then wallpaper.
Yes.
And then you've got these dark floors. Thoughts like for this area?
Yeah.
What are you wanting here?
I think when I see this, I think reading nook. You know, like putting a built-in or a platform with a cushion.
And
just
then
seems
storage.
like and then maybe it doubling as a stage, and then a curtain that could kind of swoop,
Cute.
and so they can draw it.
That's adorable. And then this whole wall you can play with.
I'm thinking if we did cabinets
To mirror this?
to mirror, to almost kind of get this more
Over there.
storage. Throw in a big built-in and get a lot of storage out of that wall.
Okay.
Maybe even a Murphy bed would be a fun surprise.
Okay.
The closet could be another little nook, but then
Playroom.
cubbies, maybe doing wallpaper.
Open or a door there?
I think I like the idea of it being open.
I love the light in there. And then this wall will be maybe the more interactive space.
Close that in, maybe like a peg wall or something interactive.
Yes.
Shelves, maybe even a climbing wall.
That is so fun. So I've had 5 kids. So I feel like in every house that we've ever done, I've incorporated a playroom. But I feel like playrooms really allow you to tap into that childlike wonder that we all have in us. I think the cherry on top is the secret door. What kid does not want a secret door into their playroom? Let's just meet soon about wallpaper, any other materials, paint, anything just to get this going. This will be fun. So the timeline that we're hoping for this project is 4 to 6 weeks. She has 3 kids, they're living in the space, so I want to get it back to normal as soon as possible. Okay, Laura, I love your house so much.
Thank you.
It's like purposeful, it's intentional, and it's beautiful for you, and then inspiring for your kids. Laura's home has so much original charm, and now all we need to do is figure out what layers do we need to add to it to really play up the story that she's wanting in the space. Okay, magical door.
Yes.
That then goes into your living room. We're gonna take that arched original bookshelf and make it a secret door. And then update with a fresh coat of paint, really highlight that beautiful trim work and the molding with a new paint color, because that room is so small. It's like, how do we give this a hit of like color? Like your shirt, color, a woodsy brown tone.
Yes.
Just take that to the store. And then on the other side, we're gonna add in some custom built-ins with a new Murphy bed that match the secret door and more storage for function. And then just updating the closet for toy storage.
Yes.
I will say, these colors are more mature.
Right. Kind of want it to hold a maturity.
I love that.
Even when they're teenagers, they could come in here.
Yeah. So let's let it stand the test of time versus they grow out of it at 10 and you're like repainting. What I really always try to help my clients with in their mind is how do we make this one-time investment last as long as possible? So with that, you want to make choices that feel timeless, colors that feel soft, that aren't too primary, that feel too young or too old, so that your investment can really stand the test of time. So on the interactive wall, incorporating this really cool, like custom wood pegboard wall with art and desks and a rock climbing wall. You know, you have such dark floors, so I do wonder, like, do we go lighter, like a white oak?
Yeah.
On that peg wall. And then these are the rocks you were talking about for the rock climbing wall, which I love. And that's that.
And then the last wall, the bay window.
Adding a little window seat with scallop detail with custom cushions for the little stage built-in moment. I'm thinking a fun blue.
Yeah.
I like these tones
at the beginning,
together.
So.
Like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think the big player we're not saying is if we're gonna do wallpaper. Because
you should, because that is such a great
empty space.
I mean, that's where you can get playful, I think, is in the wallpaper.
Okay, I'll do a deep dive into wallpaper options.
I will wait for the next round, but this looks great. Thanks, Laura. Leave it to us to take the smallest room and make it the most complex thing ever. It's like literally every square inch of this space will be touched. This is so exciting. Chip is actually with the boys at a baseball tournament, so he's missing the action. Here at the farm, we're continuing our dining room and the patio extension. Jez actually got the trusses here about a week early, and so he had texted me yesterday and said, can they be here at 6 a.m.? And I was like, of course. The only downside is Chip doesn't get to be here to do the most exciting part of this project. This is the stuff he loves. So I'm gonna send him some videos, but this is cool to see the shape of this room come to life, so I'm so excited. The hope will be once it's all complete that it looks just like the living room a couple years ago, which we were terrified of, like what that was gonna look like. After we were done, we were like, that looks like it was there all along. And now you see this, and I'm hoping that once this is all put together, that roof will connect to that roof line, and hopefully everything just ties together very nice. At what point will you connect to the roof?
Early next week.
So you have to pull off the shake roof and then you'll attach the lumber or the 2x4s, whatever that is?
Yes.
I'm Chip. Laura's Playroom project is underway. The bookcase has been removed for the secret door. The old doorway is being walled off. We're adding some trim to the bay windows. And I'm meeting with Laura because we still have a few design decisions to make. Wallpaper design, paint color, and the hardware. This is so fun. So I know we've narrowed down the choices. So let's do the wallpaper first.
They call this one autumn. So I think it's just a lot warmer. And then this one's spring. So I think the greens are a little more vibrant. The blues, I think, are just slightly different, but I don't know.
She wants her kids to grow into it, not grow out of it. And so I think the wallpaper feels really playful, but also the color tones feel mature.
It's almost like too warm.
Yeah.
Where this is still got all those natural tones, but it just pulls in all these brown tones.
So pulling this one out then?
Yeah.
You love this one?
Yeah, I love this one.
With wallpaper, it can really set the tone. And if you choose the right wallpaper, it can really add that magic to the space, that layering, that storytelling. With the wallpaper selection made, that'll help us dial in the paint color for the room. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorites and you tell me your favorites.
Okay.
These two.
I agree.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this one is just,
okay, good.
It's brown and it kind of lacks
pop. It doesn't
interesting.
Yeah, I love it. And then last but not least, do you love animals?
Yeah, just those little woodsy details.
You know the mushrooms I'm obsessed with.
Little snail.
I think that's how you make it playful.
It looks like a great palette. I can see
And it feels timeless.
I know.
So the next steps are we need to order the wallpaper, the hardware, and the fabric. And then we need to get Marvin started because he's a big player in this whole project. Hi, Marvin.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
I'm good.
I just want to look around. I always like to snoop on your other projects. So I'm meeting with Marvin today on Laura's Playroom. Marvin is building all of the cabinets and all the millwork. Now is the time to tweak or change anything, because after this, it's kind of like what I see is what I get. This is the secret door. This looks really cute. This is where I'm not an engineer. How does this work? Oh my, hold on. How do you even install it? I mean, this is not light.
No, it's not. So we've got this ingenious idea.
Tell me the idea.
We're going to spring load a wheel, so this will give and take as this thing opens.
Wow. You won't see the wheel.
You'll have it. This will all be face frame here.
Okay.
But yeah, this was a Saturday of me like pulling my hair out going, how is this going to work? I told Laura
Always
this
like
would
to
work.
give you one of those projects. What I love about Marvin is, I mean, he does all this amazing millwork, but really at the end of the day, you have to have this engineer brain to figure out how to make these things not only beautiful, but also super functional. Of course, he came up with this little system that's got a wheel and then the biggest hinge I've ever seen in my life. And that's why I love using Marvin. I can dream up anything and he makes it happen. So it's gonna be this thick.
This thick, exactly like this.
So it's a little shallow. So the brass rods are gonna be what keeps everything from falling off.
Sit up like that so the magazine can't fall out.
I love those brass rods. This project is giving Marvin probably more gray hairs than some of our bigger projects.
The Murphy bed will fold out. That's what we've been kind of tweaking.
Sometimes I wonder why Marvin still answers my phone call. Thank you, Marvin.
You're welcome.
The reading nook with the built-in storage has been installed, and Marvin started installing the large wall of cabinetry. You're moving fast, Marvin.
You really are.
Looks awesome. So I'm meeting with Laura to make sure that the paint colors we've chosen and all the other details really go with what we picked for the wallpaper. Yeah. You're running horizontal or vertical?
We had planned on vertical, but
that's what I love, is like this is a mature color and then that makes it feel young. I like vertical.
Me too.
I feel like a stripe is always classic. I wanted to go vertical so that it just elongated and made the space feel bigger.
Are you liking this?
It looks really good.
Because here I see the tree pickup, the woodsy brown.
Yes. I do wonder if we get everything set and then we look at the ceiling color, just because your floors are so dark. Feels like a wood sandwich a bit, but it also is like really dark, really light. Like, I don't know, just think through that. I feel like that could be the last thing because that's not gonna screw anything up. Laura's Playroom is looking so cute, but with those painted built-ins going in, we may have to revisit our choice to leave the ceiling unpainted. This is adorable.
Yeah.
I love the scallop detail, but the stage for your kids.
Yes.
That's so cute. A lot of the times when you're at this point in the project, it's hard to see the vision. You're still just having to trust the process. It's not that hard in this space because all of it's everywhere you look. You're like, oh, this is gonna be great. Marvin finished that main wall of the custom millwork with that Murphy bed. Now the interactive wall is going up. And after thinking it over, we painted the ceiling and the trim the same color as the cabinets. We installed the striped wallpaper in the little toy room. The chandelier has been installed. So overall, the project is really coming together. The fun part now is all those little tiny elements of surprise that make it feel a little more whimsical. Oh my, this is better than I imagined.
I think it is.
So, it's right. And I'm glad that the ceiling got painted.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we working on today?
I mean, it's a lot of finishing touches. So we have
adorable
little snail and mushroom.
Trying to decide, do you let a snail and a mushroom be by each other? And then if you do, like, how do you rotate them?
I think I like the groups.
So mushrooms down, snails on top.
Yeah. Because then you get to see them together, like a little mushroom forest.
I like the mushroom forest. I like the snail family. There's no right or wrong. It's playful. It's fun. So we like a cluster of the mushrooms and then the snails being on top. Okay. This is your interactive color wall.
Yeah.
They're colored pegs.
They're colored pegs.
That is so fun, Laura.
So
they can
fun. Like tic-tac-toe, maybe.
Heart.
Yeah.
What I love about the peg wall is it really is modular. Can you give me the wallpaper real quick?
Yes.
If you need a ledge for art, if you need a little desk, if you want to hang things from the pegs, there's a million different ways that you can incorporate these in any space to create more function. But also, it's cool because it's a peg wall. This blue throws me off.
Okay.
So you see the dark and the light.
Okay.
Make that lighter.
Okay.
So,
So a
dark,
sixth color.
Yes. Sometimes the smallest details are what you take the longest amount of time deciding. But knowing that these little children are gonna love this space here by next week is just so, it's like rewarding. Love it.
I'll take
Thank
two,
you,
Lizzie.
Laura.
Okay, see ya.
Back at the farm after the trusses went up over the dining room addition, Chip and I realized that things weren't looking quite right.
As the framing started coming online, I was standing in the original living room watching what would essentially be the ceiling height, and it was just too low. So all this to say, we're here today to raise the roof. Joe, you got to see this.
I'm seeing it.
Here we go, boys. You ready? All right. Whoa, nice. A little more.
This is very amazing.
Boom, we're there. Okay, we're there.
That's raising the roof if I've ever seen it.
The windows are gonna line up.
I know.
If you're gonna make a mistake, we made the right mistake at the right time, but the discouraging part is it's something that I probably should have caught months ago, and so in that sense, I'm kind of kicking myself. It feels like it's similar to the other rooms in the house, but how cool is that? So roughly 10-foot ceilings from 12-foot ceilings, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it would have felt
Considering-
like an add-on, which was your very, like, make sure this doesn't feel like an add-on.
And it just looks great. It feels great. All right, babe. Well, I gotta go. I don't know what you're gonna do for the rest of the day, but I'm gonna go
I blame
hit the
you
jacuzzi.
on the fix.
Awesome.
Thank you for
See you later.
figuring this out. We're in the final days of the Playroom project. The wallpaper is going in. We added all the cute fixtures. Marvin got the secret door installed, followed by the rocks for the climbing wall. But this is the fun part, stepping back and enjoying that design and now saying, okay, let's layer all the fun things that the kids can touch and play with. Oh my gosh. Yay! Wow. I think let's just start playing.
Okay.
Do the velvet curtains go up today?
We'll go in tomorrow morning.
Okay. We are bringing everything in, all the toys, all the details that really bring this space to life. Ashley, take out some of those on the top. Those feel clustered. Most everything is coming together in this room as we're styling it, but the fabric we picked for the cushion was a little stretchier. So you see a bunch of the lines and the movement in it. That's something that we're just having to fix today. So do we think buttons will help?
I think it'll just help disguise the fact that it's gonna stretch like that.
So fabric covered button. Keep it simple.
Yeah, we're gonna end up putting some buttons in that will help pull that fabric together. Here's green.
We'll pick from the pegs.
That's cute.
Or let's pretend like that's the color of the cabinet. What do you think? This is hard. It's like the whole room's done and we can't even pick out a button. Do you think keep it neutral and do the fabric colored buttons?
Okay.
We only have a day to just get it all finished and complete, but we look around, it just feels right. Okay. There's intention, there's detail, there's function, it's playful, it's creative, it's all the things I think you'd hope for with a playroom. Okay, so we are here at Laura's house. The project is finally finished. I cannot wait to show you this playroom. It's adorable. As I step into the space with fresh eyes, it just feels like a dream. I feel like all of the work felt really intentional, it felt meaningful, it felt really productive and efficient, and now here we are. This really looks a lot like it did before because she had this original bookcase that we loved, but she had this brilliant idea to make this the main entry into the playroom. And so I'm gonna show you what's happening on the other side of this. Look how fun this is. I mean, this is fun for kids and adults. There you go. Come on in. All of this was original. These beautiful arch details, this bookshelf, and I feel like the idea of using this as inspiration for everything else was really the goal. All we needed to do was highlight it. This became this secret door that serves as a bookshelf for both sides. So I just love that when you shut the door, it really feels like you're in this dreamy, magical little playroom. Interactive was a big thing that she wanted in this space. And so seeing this wall that Marvin built is so fun. I imagine as a kid, all the different ways you can create and play just on this one wall right here. So some of the things we wanted to do, just so it felt a little more custom, was add this sweet scallop detail to make it a little softer, a little more feminine. I love how you can see this wallpaper here, and that really ties back to her theme of the outdoors. It's just a beautiful blend of rust and blues and greens that I just feel like feels so natural. So when you step into this space, everything just feels right. Here you have the rock climbing wall that I'm not gonna demonstrate for you because I'd probably tear the wall down, but all these little moments for books and art and their little trinkets that I know they're gonna collect. And then obviously these little colored pegs. We were trying to pull colors from the wallpaper to bring them into these tiny little details that we feel like the kids are gonna have so much fun with. We really try to replicate that side of the room over here. So incorporated these arched details to the cabinets that Marvin built. This is that Murphy bed. All of the storage that she didn't have before that I think is gonna be super helpful because we all know kids have a lot of stuff. And then you look in here and you have that striped blue, which makes it fun and unexpected. You see the scallops that we're trying to pull through this design story so it feels consistent, but super functional in here, interactive, and just really sweet. Another thing that I know her kiddos are gonna love is this built-in bench seat. Lots more storage, tying back to that scallop detail that's really simple, but just adds a little more of that character. And then this is nice because this is comfortable. There's a mix of pattern in here that I think is really beautiful. It ties back to the blues. But the good news is they can pull it off if they want to stage and they can perform up here. And that's why we added this really cool velvet curtain. Her kiddos love to perform, so that feels like a dream. And we decided to paint the ceilings the same color as the cabinetry and the trim, just so that it all flowed a little better. And what I love now is that the highlight really is this fun chandelier. It pops off of that color. You really see the details highlighted in this space, even like the little mushrooms and the little snails up there. You could spend all day in this space and discover something new or fun with the design. It's not flat. That's what makes design so fun, is that there's so many layers of story and detail, and that's why I think this room is so special, and I cannot wait for her kiddos to see it for the first time.
What is in there?
This was a project that obviously I loved doing with Laura for her family, but I also feel like it was a gift for me too, because I'm leaving so inspired. So it's really the best of both worlds.
One more step.
Oh, no,